Good day, and welcome to another episode of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I'm your host, the Voice of Reason. So, this is a special ongoing report of the situation inside of Tigray and the areas around Tigray, including Eritrea and Ethiopia. So, we are getting new reports in today. Two very significant issues seem to be occurring. The first issue at hand is located in the area of Samre, specifically around the town of Gidget. And I'm zooming in on my map here where everybody can see it. So, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the United States National Aeronautics and Space Administration, also known as NASA, is using imagery to detect burnt and or burning structures that have occurred in and around the town of Gidget, and they're reporting up to 500 structures may have been burned. And the individual who was examining this imagery said he did not believe it was caused by explosive devices such as artillery, meaning direct artillery impact on the ground. But what this analyst probably does not understand what could have been used, and that is white phosphorus. So it is probably likely that Ethiopian forces are utilizing white phosphorus artillery in and around this area. If they are having difficulties getting into Gidget, getting into Samre, and we are detecting all these buildings being burnt, then the use of white phosphorus must be introduced into the equation. So white phosphorus, when utilized from artillery pieces, has the ability to detonate in the air. So it explodes 20, 30, 40 feet over its target area and rains down hundreds of white phosphorus particles that continue to burn and burn. And this would be one explanation for the hundreds of buildings that are being burned in this area. And that would be the use of white phosphorus munitions. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that Ethiopian Defense Forces have utilized white phosphorus munitions. White phosphorus munitions were actually used by Ethiopian forces inside of Somalia, specifically in engagements in and around Mogadishu. The United Nations has confirmed that most likely Ethiopian forces did in fact utilize white phosphorus rounds. They were detected visually. The unique explosion that occurs in the air sometimes. Now, white phosphorus can also detonate on the ground, but the more advanced rounds tend to detonate overhead and then rain down these particles, and they will then burn persons that are basically in the way of this munition, and then obviously structures will be burned as well. So again, we know they were used in Somalia, and things are very precarious for Ethiopian forces, especially in this area. So the use of white phosphorus in the United States military, we called it Willie Pete. So yeah, we at Military and Foreign Affairs believe at this time it is quite possible that Ethiopian forces are utilizing white phosphorus against the Tigray Defense Forces. Other news in the area. We are getting reports from the town of Adwa that large amounts of Eritrean forces are moving into this town and reinforcing it. So this would go on to confirm that the Eritrean occupation of Tigray would appear to again extend from Badme down to Shire, across the 30, to Axum, Adwa, and then obviously over to Adigrat. So this is the main area that we believe the Eritrean armed forces, the state of Eritrea, is looking to permanently annex this chunk of land here where I'm hovering my cursor through. So again, just to follow up, it appears that Ethiopian forces could be utilizing white phosphorus munitions in and around Samre, specifically the town of Gidget, and then Eritrean forces continue its advance into Tigray with more forces pouring into Adwa.